My favorite teacher. Hello everyone and welcome to the 20th episode of our English learning series. Throughout our lives, we meet many people who teach us. We have teachers for many years at school. Most of them are good, but sometimes, if you are very lucky, you get a teacher who is truly special. This is a teacher who does not just teach you a subject, but also teaches you about life. Today, I want to tell you about my favorite teacher. His name was Mr. Harrison, and he was my science teacher when I was in the 6th grade. I remember the first day I walked into his classroom. I was a little nervous because science was not my best subject. I thought it was difficult and a little boring. But from the very first moment, I knew his class was going to be different. Mr. Harrison was a tall man with kind, sparkling eyes and a big, friendly smile that made you feel welcome. He didn't just stand at the front of the room and talk. He walked around the classroom, he asked us questions, and most importantly, he listened to our answers. He made every student feel like their ideas were important. What made Mr. Harrison such a wonderful teacher was his ability to make learning an adventure. His classroom was not just a room with desks and chairs, it was a world of curiosity. There were colorful posters of the planets on the walls. In one corner, there was a real human skeleton model. We all called him Bones. In another corner, there were shelves with interesting rocks, strange plants, and jars with insects. The room itself was a lesson. It made you want to look around and ask questions. Mr. Harrison never just read from a textbook. He believed in learning by doing. I will never forget the day we learned about volcanoes. Instead of showing us a picture in a book, he told us, "Today, we are going to make our own volcano." We were all so excited. We worked in small groups. We built a small mountain out of clay. Then, Mr. Harrison gave us the secret ingredients: baking soda, red food coloring, and vinegar. He told us to pour the vinegar into the top of our clay mountain. When we did, a big eruption of red, fizzy foam came out and flowed down the sides of our volcano. The whole class cheered and laughed. That day, we learned about chemical reactions, but it did not feel like a lesson. It felt like we were playing a fun and exciting game. Another time, he taught us about the stars. He knew that it was difficult to understand the size of the universe from a book. So, one evening, he invited all the students and their parents to come back to the school at night. He brought his own big telescope. We all stood in the school playground in the dark. One by one, we looked through the telescope. I will never forget what I saw. I saw the moon, so close and clear that I could see its mountains and craters. I saw the planet Jupiter with its tiny moons. I even saw the beautiful rings around the planet Saturn. It was pure magic. He showed us the universe. But Mr. Harrison was more than just a fun teacher. He was also an incredibly kind and patient person. He knew that some students, like me, were shy or felt they were not good at science. He never, ever made a student feel bad for asking a question. He always used to say, "There are no stupid questions, only curious minds." I remember one day I was struggling with a homework assignment about electricity. I did not understand how circuits worked. I was afraid to ask for help because I thought everyone else understood. Mr. Harrison noticed that I was quiet. After class, he came to my desk and asked softly, "Is everything okay, Alex?" I told him I was confused. He did not rush. He took out a small battery, a light bulb, and some wires. He sat with me for 10 minutes and showed me, step by step, how to make the light bulb turn on. He let me do it myself. When the little bulb finally lit up, I felt so smart and proud. He smiled and said, "See, I knew you could do it. You just have to try." That small moment was very big for me. He gave me confidence. He made me believe that I could understand difficult things if I was patient and tried hard. Mr. Harrison taught me so much more than just science. He taught me to be curious and to always ask why. He taught me that it is okay to make mistakes, because mistakes are how we learn. He taught me to look at the world around me with wonder, from the smallest insect to the biggest star. Years have passed since I was in his class, but I have never forgotten him. The lessons he taught me are still with me today. Because of him, I am not afraid to try new things. Because of him, I still love learning. Sometimes, when I look up at the night sky, I still think of that evening with a telescope, and I smile. A good teacher can give you facts and information, but a great teacher can change your life. Mr. Harrison was a great teacher. He was more than just my science teacher. He was a guide who opened up a new world for me. I will always be thankful for him.